And now, we'll enter into a few moments of silence as we declare, Spirit, pour yourself in me. And so it is. So friends, we say a special blessing for all of our youth. Those here, those not physically present, all of our youth online, in fact, all the youth of the world. There is one life. That life is my life now. Divine intelligence guides, uplifts, and nurtures all beings, especially the youth, who are the promise of a new world. May all youth worldwide walk in the awareness of their spiritual magnificence. And so it is. And now we light the candle. So I light this candle for all the youth of the world. We behold the Christ in them. So we now sing our mission song. We're getting some rhythm to this morning. The temple of light, the temple of light, the temple of light. We are a people with a vision. And now we have a few brief announcements. Once again, we welcome all of you who are joining us, and for those of you who are joining us on the World Wide Web. Those of you who are here, anybody who is here for the first time, I'd like to ask you to stand. Any new guests this morning? So we're all what we call family. All right, so we truly are grateful that you made the choice to be here this morning. Now on Tuesday, we invite you to join practitioner Tamu Davidson for our spiritual mind healing service. This is always a wonderful midweek event that creates amazing conversation where we can share our demonstrations, we can ask questions. And so I do invite you to join us this Tuesday at 6 for our spiritual mind healing service. Tamu's topic is, how high can we rise from our roots? How high can we rise from our roots? So that's 6 o'clock this Tuesday. Look forward to seeing you. Now, our brothers and sisters next door at Unity are, they have an ice screening from 9 to 2:30 on Friday, and this is absolutely free. And we invite you to take the opportunity to ensure that your eyes are healthy and bright and beautiful. And I can attest to that because I went for my regular once-a-year eye check. And in the examination, it was discovered that I had a bleed at the back of my left eye. And if I hadn't discovered it then, life would have lifed. And so I've been having treatment, and it's getting a lot better. So just go check, and it's absolutely free. Now, our World Day of Service will be this Saturday, September 13. And we ask you that after the service, you advise Reverend Ann if you're going to be joining the group. We're going to have special T-shirts. So we need to know who is going to be participating. And those of you who are, please bring as much Lasco vanilla milk packets as you can, as well as medium-sized disposable diapers. Okay, so we'll be able to help in a far more, fulsome way. And we will meet at the temple at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. So do speak to Reverend Ann afterwards to let her know of your interest in participating. World Day of Service. And it's the Missionaries of the Poor, Reverend Ann, right? So, for Bethlehem Children's Home. So medium, yeah. Okay. Okay. So we have a new class coming up. Oh, but before the class, number 8 of our poetry, prose, and rhythms in the garden series. And I'd like to invite Auntie Lil to just come and briefly share a little bit about what's going to be happening on September 28th.
Morning, Temple family.
Good morning, Auntie Lil.
You cannot miss this. This is poetry, prose, and rhythms back in the garden. 8, back in the garden. Make it a date. And we have Yasus Afari, eminent dub poet, a writer, philosopher, who inspires with conscious lyrics. We have our own Reverend Michelle Senegal, who got a kickstart at Calabash. And since then, she has been blossoming into a poet, spinning words with heightened consciousness. We have Damon Riley and on saxophone, and Audley Shakespeare. I always call him Shakespeare. He's actually Searchwell, or the Searchwell on keyboard. And some cool tunes, sultry playing. You can't miss it. And the youth of the music house and our own youth will be participating, and they will be sharing their remarkable talent with us. And guess what? To top it off, the Silver Bird Steel Orchestra will be playing music down the ages. When this music hits you,
you feel okay.
You feel free to move. It's okay. So see you, your family, your friends, on Sunday, September 28 at 4 p.m. for Poetry, Prose, and Rhythms 8, back in the garden. Make it a date. Oh, I should tell you, contribution is $2,500 for adults. What is going for $2,500 these days? Hardly anything. $1,000 for teens, and children 12 and under are free. So bring all of the family. And the proceeds are in aid of the Temple's Youth Ministry and Environment Ministry. See you there.
Thank you, Anne. Service from Reverend Ann. So, poetry, prose, and rhythms in the garden 8, make it a date. And friends, we have a wonderful course coming. This is Foundations course online, right, Reverend Michelle? So if you're ready to discover your emerging direction and purpose and learn how to make all of that manifest, then join Reverend Michelle for 10 weeks of self-discovery and revelation starting October 1. And it's the new virtual foundations of the science of mind. The cost for this series is $15,000, payable in 3 parts through easypayments.com. The class time is 6:15 to 9:15, and it's via Zoom. More about that, and it's on Wednesdays. So more about that later on. Now, that doesn't look like Theo, does it? Right? So Norman isn't with us this morning, so we're going to invite our chair, Theo Smith, to come and give us an update on the status of our finances. Welcome, Theo.
Everyone. All right, so some of you would have gotten, not this paper, but a paper pamphlet with the financials from our accountants with regards to July, of course, 2025. So I wanted to share some information, some additional information. So with regards to the financial status of the Temple of Light. So first of all, our accountant has provided us with our total income for July being $765,000. I'm just rounding off these figures for the sake. And our expenses being $1,382,000, putting us at a deficit of $616,000. This is for July 2025. The additional information I want to provide, I should note that this is bills that came in July, expenses, and income that came in July. What wasn't accounted for, which I'll share from the Subcommittee of Finance, is bills that might have been outstanding from June, and of course residual income reserves that we had in our bank accounts. So with that, the Subcommittee of Finance as of August 19th, so of course there's a few August bills in there as well, our total outstanding bills are actually $1,431,000, with available funds, which is funds we pull from reserves as well as income coming in, $1,433,000, giving us a surplus of $2,500. So I just wanted to explain the difference between what was on the paper, on the pamphlet, what you might get in the digital program, and of course what the Subcommittee of Finance generated on August 19th. So moving forward, we're trying to kind of give a full picture of what it is on an accounting perspective for the month and what it is based on cash that we have been taking from reserves and bills that might have been outstanding. So yes, and also if you have any questions, feel free. I'll be around after service. You can always reach out, or if you need to reach me directly, you might be able to find my number very easily. Reverend Ann or anyone at the office will happily share it. Thank you. Enjoy the Sunday.
Thank you, Theo. So clearly we have some work to do on consciousness. Okay, so we can talk with Theo afterwards. Okay, thank you so much, Theo. So now we're going to do our first hymn for the morning, and it's by Donna Michael, music by Donna Michael, and it's I Am a Light. truly, we are lights. Do sit. And we shine so bright. And there's a light that is shining especially brightly this morning. Our speaker is an author, ordained minister, life coach, master facilitator, and president of Management Dynamics Incorporated. That's a consulting firm that advocates for diversity, equity, and inclusion. Did you know that she was the visionary behind CSL's World Day of Service that we will participate in this Saturday? So it starts with she. We are blessed to have her as senior minister here at the Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living in Kingston, Jamaica. She will be one of the featured poets, I think, as Lily said, at our upcoming Poetry, Prose, and Rhythms in the Garden on September 28th. Make it a date. This lady is definitely one who is living her purpose. Do you think? Friends, please help me welcome our senior minister, Reverend Michelle Senegal.
Good morning, everyone. Grand Rising. So, you know, the interesting thing is that whatever we are experiencing in our lives, it shows up, it manifests in our lives in different ways, does it not? And so for me, I've been in a state of contemplation. You know, this question about purpose. And so, you know, I started working on this a long time ago, right? So I've been with this idea of living my life's purpose in a very serious way for the last couple of weeks. So you all are going to get the benefit of all of that contemplation and introspection. And you'll also have an opportunity to do a little of your own as well. So, according to the science of mind, the purpose of life is basically about self-realization and recognizing our divinity. That's all we have to do, is to realize that we were created at this point, at this time, for a very specific reason and purpose. The thing is, or the wonderful thing is that our life is not necessarily preordained. What does that mean? That means that we have choice. We have the opportunity to choose the paths that we wish to walk. We have the opportunity to define what our purpose is, not just for our entire life, but in each and every moment that we are living and we are breathing. We get to choose, you know, what is our divine purpose? The science of mind also teaches that our worth is not dependent on external achievements or social standards, but on our very existence as spiritual beings having a human experience. And so by acknowledging that our paths are created by us, there's so much power in that. There's so much power in choice. And so my question is, have you been choosing wisely? Have you been choosing at all, or has life been happening to you? Have you been intentional about what it is that you want your legacy to be? So these are deep questions. And these are questions that I think that we have to entertain at different periods in our lives. Mine just happens to be now. For whatever reason, it is now. And I've just been with that at a very, very deep level. So the purpose of life is for living. And so what that means is we have the opportunity to live life full out, or we can live a very safe and sheltered kind of life. But at the end of that life, you don't want to have any regrets. The one thing that I have always heard, if anybody regretted anything at the end of their life journey, it was, I wish I would have. And it's usually, you know, done something differently, spent more time with my family, given more to humanity. What if you left the planet without any regrets? That's the way I intend to leave. because we do get to go out in the way that we choose. And of course, that's mentally speaking. So I am choosing to live a life that at the conclusion thereof, I can say, I did it my way. I did it with intentionality, and I did it on purpose. And there's so much liberation, there's so much freedom in that, you all. Because what that means is you realize that each and every moment that you have breath, there's something for you to do. Something for you to do. The thing is, too, that I said life is about living. It's not always up. There are some valleys that we experience in our lives as well. But being present and savoring every single one of those moments is a part of the richness of the life journey. So let's think about those ebbs. Ebbs is when, life goes down, when life is happening to you, right? I want you to, and you have a sheet of paper, 3 questions on it. That first question, I want you to think of a time, you all, when you thought that you made a mistake. I messed up. I chose wrong. I made a mistake. But I want you to reflect on that seeming mistake in totality. What did you learn? What did you learn from that mistake? And if you learned from it, it was a lesson. Lessons are valuable, right? Because at least you know what not to do going forward, right? So just jot that down. Some wrong choosing, seeming wrong choosing, or mistake that you made. But I want you to take it a step further. What did I gain as a consequence of making that mistake? So this helps us too, to get very, very clear around our intentionality, about choosing wisely, making decisions with spiritual discernment. Sometimes we do have to contemplate, sometimes we do have to reflect on what has happened so that we can step into the next yet to be, but we do so with more wisdom. So seeing the purpose of living as life itself aligns us with the natural rhythms of the world. It invites us to harmonize with the environment, to understand our interrelatedness and interconnectedness with all things and all beings. And it also offers an opportunity for us to positively affect the ecosystem in which we live, move, and have our being. And we do this by focusing on our intrinsic value of life. It also fosters a sense of contentment and fulfillment that arises from within, except for if you're like me and you're always chasing the next, what's the next thing? What's the next thing for me to do? Next thing for me to do. That's important, but I think it's also important to appreciate where you are, what you have, what you've accomplished, the very fact that you have life, the very fact that you have health. So I'm working on that. See, I tend to be a future trekker, meaning I'm always thinking. I'm thinking 5 years out, always. I've just been oriented in that way, but sometimes I miss the present moment. So I'm really trying to work on that and be fully present in this eternal now moment. Because you know what? In this eternal now moment, do we not have everything that we absolutely need? We have everything in this very moment, everything that we absolutely need. And if I appreciate this moment, then I'm not projecting into the future or reflecting on the past. I'm right here, right now. So the next question that I ask is, what gives your life meaning? What gives your life purpose? That's your third question. And I really want you to take a few moments to write something down. What gives your life meaning? What gives your life purpose? And those of you at home, you can do this exercise as well. What gives your life meaning? What gives your life purpose? Whether it's pursuing a career, nurturing relationships, engaging in creative endeavors, or building spiritual community, each choice is valid. This autonomy empowers us to live in a genuine way, aligning our actions with our personal beliefs and our aspirations. In this light, the absence of a singular, universal purpose becomes a canvas upon which we can paint lives that are uniquely our own. But paint, we must. Most importantly, we cannot be wrong when it comes to determining our life's purpose. Each decision and direction that we take contributes to our growth, contributes to our self-discovery. Mistakes, detours, they're not failures, but rather integral parts of the journey of life, offering lessons and experiences that shape us into who we are. By embracing this understanding, we release the pressure of living up to an external standard or some fear of making bad choices, wrong decisions. Instead, we can focus on what resonates with us and brings us fulfillment and joy. This perspective affirms that our purpose is a dynamic, evolving expression of our authentic selves. So being with this question, the reason we're going back to basics with foundations is because that's my divine purpose, or at least one of them, to be an instrument of individual and world transformation. The individual transformation happens when I teach classes, when I facilitate, when I lead, and I tell you, I am so energized when I'm teaching classes because I'm living my life on purpose. And so this is an invitation for all of us, you all, not just those people who are relatively new to the Temple of Light, for all of us to go back to basics. Because I bet we have forgotten more than we remember in terms of what happened in foundations. For some of us, it's been 20, 30 years. So I encourage you to participate in the class, get back to basics. Some of the principles you have mastered, some you may still be working on. Well, let's move to the ones that you're still working on. Let's master the utilization of those principles so that you can live a rich, fulfilling, purpose-driven life. And so there are merits. There are merits to living life on purpose. What are some of them? Well, first of all, they don't have to be grand, world-changing endeavors. You don't have to come up with a cure for cancer, but rather an intentional one that is guided by your deepest beliefs and your values. Living a life on purpose has significant benefits to our mental, our physical, and also, you all, our financial well-being. So greater happiness and satisfaction. That's why I'm teaching foundations. That's when I'm happiest. So I'm going back to what brings me joy. Pursuing activities that align with your purpose, it fosters more positive emotions, a sense of accomplishment, and an overall feeling that life truly is worthwhile. Why? Because I'm living my life on purpose. It also, when we live life on purpose, reduces our stress, and it increases our resiliency. So we do have those ebbs and those flows and those dips and those downs and those ups. we're resilient. We can bounce back much more quickly, go in a different direction. You know, we always, in every moment, have that choice and have that opportunity. I made a decision yesterday, thinking about that decision, I could have chose differently, but guess what? I get to choose again, right? And I get to choose now with more information, more wisdom. And so that's how I tend to think about those seeming wrong decisions and wrong choices. They don't debilitate me, they empower me because I know what not to do in moving forward. Also, another benefit of living a purpose-driven life is it improves your cognitive function. Did you know that? How so? You might be wondering. You are wondering, right? Because it keeps your brain active, which contributes to your cognitive health and a reduced risk of cognitive decline. So I always say to people, you know, we have goals in life, and when we attain those goals, you really need to start setting the next goal. The reason being is that's what keeps you motivated. That's what keeps you moving forward. That gives you that sense of purpose and reason for being and reason for living and existing. So you attain a goal, celebrate momentarily, but set the next goal so that you're always moving forward. That way you heighten your motivation, you heighten your direction, and you have a very clear purpose. And that purpose involves utilizing your internal compass in ways that help you to prioritize, to set goals, and to make intentional decisions. And of course, there are some social benefits, and I did mention some financial ones too, right? Let's go to the financial ones. Increased wealth. Studies have found a correlation between living a sense of purpose and greater prosperity, including higher income and net worth. Researchers suggest that this may be because purposeful individuals are more goal-oriented. They make wiser decisions and longer, wiser financial decisions. They plan. They plan. So from a spiritual perspective, a purpose-driven life is not merely a path to personal happiness, but a journey of aligning oneself with a divine or a higher will or purpose. It's a quest for meaning that transcends the material, and it fosters a deeper connection to the divine that leads to a more profound sense of life, living life to its fullest. And it also brings us inner peace as opposed to divine discontent. When we connect to our higher power, we are fulfilling a cosmic design, intentionally using our God-given gifts and our talents, and it allows us to become a partner, a co-creator with the divine in this ongoing creative process, this thing we call life. This shifts the focus from what do I want to do to what is the divine that is trying to be expressed through me. You hear the difference? What do I want to do? That's one question. A deeper question is, what is the divine trying to express as me, through me, by me? And then the last significant benefit, I believe, to living a purpose-driven life is about service and transformation. Moving from selfish to selfless action. At SOAR, which was a summer retreat that was in Banff earlier this month, a lot of people told their stories and talked about how they got to Science of Mind. And usually it's because, their life was in a mess. There was chaos, there was turmoil, there was no direction, and they needed that, and so they found the Science of Mind. Well, it was different for me. I was living on purpose. We were prosperous. Our business was growing and flowing, and so was my family. But I wasn't fulfilled. And I wasn't fulfilled because it was all about the acquisition of things that are external to me. How many cars can you drive at one time? How many houses can you be in at one time? And so I asked my husband this, and I said, is this all there is? Because if this is it, it's pretty shallow. And that's when I found the science of mind. So I moved from selfish to acquiring these things for myself, for my family, to wanting to be of service to others. So that's the motivation for moving into ministry. And that's so much more fulfilling. Doesn't pay as well as my contracts, but it's so much more fulfilling than sometimes seeing those deposits in my checking account from some work that I've done with clients. Why? Because I'm an instrument of individual and world transformation. That's my purpose. That's what gives me joy. That is what gives me the momentum to get up every day out of that bed. Because I'm living my life on purpose. So that last question again, what is my purpose right now? I'd like to hear from a couple of you. What is your purpose right now? Stand and declare with intentionality. Who's willing? It takes courageous individuals to do this, to declare publicly. But however, when you do that, you also are gaining support, a whole community that's going to support you. Anybody willing? So that is your life's purpose, to teach. All right, thank you.
Same as you, an instrument of transformation.
An instrument of transformation. Oh, okay, outstanding, yes.
Can you repeat on your definition?
Oh, I hope to create experiences that I've envisioned for myself.
Did I see another hand? I thought I saw another hand. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I share that vision. Yes, yes, assisting the temple to become prosperous.
So, I for Shani.
All right, connecting people with their strengths.
My purpose at this time is really to live to my highest spiritual fulfillment.
Awesome, awesome, to live to her highest, richest fulfillment. Thank you, thank you. Great. So let's anchor you all. Let's anchor our purpose in this moment with this prayer. If you would, take the journey within. Divine Presence, we thank you for guiding our hearts and our minds as we explore the meaning of living a purpose-driven life. May your wisdom continue to illuminate our paths and inspire us to use our gifts in service to others. Fill us with courage, compassion, and clarity as we walk each day with intention. As we walk each day by faith. Let us remain open to the divine guidance of Spirit, trusting that our unique roles are woven into a greater design. May peace, love, and purpose flow through us into the world, uplifting all of humanity. This is my life purpose. I declare it. I stand in that truth. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to know what is mine to do. And I give thanks to everyone else who has declared and who knows what is theirs to do. And so now, in the words of Howard Thurman, we do what excites us, what gives us life. We do it now and we do it well. And we let it be so. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you so much, Reverend Michelle. A very good reminder for us to explore and express our divine purpose, to trust that inner compass that gives us the discernment and the wisdom and the intentionality to just drive us and move us forward. You know, to just do what gives us meaning. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps even speaking it, because when we are alive and living our purpose, we are driven. Yeah, and when I know, I see the joy on people's faces when they get who they are. It is transformational to me. So I know what it feels like to be living your divine purpose. So let's give Reverend Michelle another warm round of applause. Thank you, Lord. And now we're grateful to have Davel share his purpose, or part of one of his gifts with us. Davel.
Grand Rising, everyone. How are we? I mean, we're supposed to sound a little bit more enthusiastic if we're really living in our purpose. Come on. How are we? Lovely, lovely, lovely. It's so strange that you said that about giving my gifts and sharing. That's the first thing I wrote down, actually, as what I believe that I give. I want to share my talents, gifts, and all the things that I am with those around me. So I encourage us to continue doing that. And I also just share this affirmation today that I believe that something wonderful will happen to us all this day. All right? Take it away.
I used to think that I could not go on, and life was nothing but an awful song. But now I know the meaning of true love. I'm leaning on the everlasting arms. If I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. See, I was on the verge of breaking down. Sometimes the silence can seem so loud. There are miracles in life I must achieve. But I know it starts inside of me. Oh, if I can see it, then I can be it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. 'Cause I believe in me. If I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. If I just spread my wings, I can fly. I can fly. I can fly.
Thank you.
After that, we're going to take off, don't? Aye. Thank you so much, David. And I would like all of the September birthday babies to please stand. And we have a special September birthday, you know. Reverend Ann was yesterday. Reverend, when is yours, Reverend Michael? 13th. The 13th. The 12th. When is yours? Huh? The 13th. Oh, Thursday coming or gone? All right. Happy birthday, you all. And so we're going to now do our birthday blessing. We're going to... Oh, when is yours, Adele? The 29th. I can't forget that, you know, because my birth date is the 29th as well of a different month. All right. Anybody else? The 24th. Awesome. Isn't it great to know that we were blessed to come in this month? All right, so now we're going to sing happy birthday, and then Reverend Michelle will do the blessing. You, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear loved ones. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. Happy birthday to you.
And for all of those who were born in the 9th month of the year, may Spirit be upon you now. May every dream, every intention, every goal, every objective that you set for yourself be met to overflowing. May this year be the best year of your life yet, where all of your dreams come true. September babies, God is blessing you now.
Yes.
And so it is. Amen.
And so it is. Thanks, Rev. And now we're going to ask that you take your loving gifts, your love offering gifts. And we know we're giving from the deepest part of our consciousness of abundance. And we say the blessing together. Lovingly I give, joyfully I receive. Be thou fruitful, increase and multiply. Bless, prosper, and enrich everyone whom you touch, and replenish all of my financial affairs. So be it. Thank you, Father. And so it is. And Reverend Michelle spoke about choice. So today we're choosing heaven. We're choosing heaven. Thank you, Ricky Byers. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing peace today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing peace today. We choose abundance. I choose abundance today. I choose abundance today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I choose abundance today. I choose compassion today. I choose compassion today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I choose compassion today. We choose joy. I'm choosing joy today. I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing joy today. Oh, we choose. And it's space of choice, we say the prayer for Jamaica. The radiant light of God's love is now flowing through us and from us to everything and everyone it touches. The eternal light of God's love now completely fills, covers, and surrounds our island Jamaica. The glowing intensity of the light of God's love now interpenetrates and awakens within the hearts and minds of our countrymen and women the truths of life which sets free. The light of God's love is growing and glowing in intensity in the hearts and minds of mankind everywhere. Love, health, harmony, goodwill, peace, uprightness, integrity, joy, prosperity, kindness, and our oneness under God are now established. And so it is. We miss it. We are so grateful for all the bits and pieces that go in to make our service what it is. And I'd like to thank, firstly, our musicians. Davel. You know, there's a whole meaning that I have. The song and who wrote it and what happened to who wrote it and the business of God for you and your gift. And this morning we have Silvano on bass. Welcome. Good to have you back. And Matthew, I can't see him from here, but thank you, Matthew, for your rhythms. Our ushers this morning, I think I saw Sharon and Janet was at this, you know, we're grateful for you as you greet us as we come in. And, oh, yes, one of our young, I'm sorry, tell me your name. Did you say Viviana? Good to have you. Thank you for joining our ushers team. Our tech team, Terrell, Vance, Chevrolet, thank you so much for making this happen. And our hospitality team who are getting coffee hot and wonderful bits and pieces to nourish us right after our Sunday morning service. We have to give thanks to Sean and the Ministry of the Environment for the flowers this morning. Sean has been able to watch every florist that comes here, and now he's doing his thing. Isn't that amazing? And so now I'm going to invite, remember before I forget, to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So this is how I understand the more likes that we get, is the bigger we get, and we can attract. You know how it works. Okay. So now I'd like to invite back Reverend Michelle to bless the love offering and to do our closing affirmative prayer.
As we turn inward to the secret place of the Most High, my heart is full. I'm grateful for all the gifts, the donations, the tithes, the offerings, and the love by which they were all given, so that we continue our healing, transformative work here at the Temple of Light. I know that as we appreciate all that we've been given, more is to come. We have more than enough to share, to tithe, to grow, to transform, to maintain, to thrive. So I thank God for this, as I thank God for each and every one of you. And as you leave here today, you are reminded of your very existence, the reason why you were created to be on the planet at this point, at this time. For such a time as this, your skill, your talent, your presence is needed. Hoard it not, share it with the world, and your lives will be blessed 1,000,000 times over. This is what I know. So I simply release my word unto the law that always just responds affirmatively with yes, and brings into physical form those things that I have spoken into existence through the spiritual authority in my word. We let it be so now, and so it is. Amen. Ashe.
It's for the peace song.
Yes, there is on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, for peace earth was meant to be. God as our Father, family all are we. Yes, we walk with each other.